All right, we are going straight across to this press conference which is being held right now from the MEA, and this has got to do with the allegations doing the rounds as far as the funding in India, USAID funding is concerned. Listen in.
Okay.
Good evening, sir. Theri Maheshwari from Sputnik, sir. I have two questions. One is regarding the meeting between EM Jaishankar and Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. The Russian readout said that Mr. Jaishankar was briefed on the Riyadh summit, and now we are seeing that there are some differences between Ukraine and the US administration. So how does India look at the normalization of relations between, a step towards normalization of relations between US and Russia? So the second question is in regards to the meeting between the Brazilian Foreign Minister and EM Jaishankar. Sir, was the threat of imposing tariffs on BRICS countries, was that discussed during the meeting? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Keshav?
So, thank you. Good evening, Keshav from The Print. Just associating with what was asked earlier, when discussions with the Brazilian foreign minister took place, as well as when EM Jaishankar called upon the president of South Africa, was BRICS' future discussed, given that the US President Donald Trump said that BRICS is dead and has been attacking the regional bloc at various levels over the last few months? And secondly, continuing with the question of the meeting with Mr. Lavrov, did India take any position with regards to bringing both Ukraine and Russia to the table, given the Riyadh summit did not have the participation of Ukraine? Thank you, sir.
सर, मैं प्रकाश दुबे न्यूज़ इंडिया से। मेरा सवाल है कि अमेरिका से मैं अवैध रूप से रह रहे भारतीयों को जिनको वापस भेजा जा रहा है, कुछ तस्वीरें आई हैं पनामा में जिनको छोड़ा गया है, तो उसको लेकर क्या जानकारी है? दूसरा, जिस तरह से उनको सैनिक विमान से पहले भेजा गया, उसको लेकर पार्लियामेंट में कई अपोजिशन की पार्टियों ने आपत्ति जताई थी, देश में उसको लेकर विरोध भी हो रहा है। तो भारत सरकार ने कहा था वो यूएस से बात करेगी, उसको लेकर क्या जानकारी है? क्योंकि अभी भी उसी तरीके से व्यवहार किया जा रहा है, अवैध रूप से भारतीयों को उसी तरीके से भेजा जा रहा है, हथकड़ी लगाकर।
ओके, मुकेश जी, देखिए, यूएसएड के मुद्दे पे जो मुझे कहना था, मैंने आपको उससे अवगत कराया है, और ये बताया है कि बहुत सारे भारतीय सरकार में इकाई हैं जो इस पे यूएसएड के साथ काम करती हैं। वो कई एक मंत्रालय हैं, तो जितने भी इससे संबंधित मंत्रालय और जो एजेंसीज काम कर रहे हैं, वो इस मुद्दे को अभी देख रहे हैं। तो जब एक अपडेट हमारे पास आएगा तो आपसे अपन साझा करेंगे। हुमा, ऑन KIT, what happened there with the Nepalese students, we are deeply saddened by the tragic death of the Nepalese student at the Kalanga Institute of Industrial Technology in Bhubaneswar. We convey our heartfelt condolences to the grieving family. The Government of India, as you know, accords high priority to the safety, security and well-being of all international students in our country. MEA has been in constant touch with the Odisha government and KIT authorities since the...
Going straight across to Shashank Mattu for more details on that. Shashank, just get us the highlights of what has now been said by the government, by the MEA, as far as the allegations of the USAID to India is concerned, given the big bone of contention it has become in India.
No, absolutely, Sneha. So what we're seeing is the Ministry of External Affairs saying that it has seen information that the United States government has put out regarding some of these activities, about $21 million being granted by the United States government to a consortium of US non-profit think tanks to raise a voter turnout in India. Now, the Ministry of External Affairs until then had not commented on this matter before, but then President Donald Trump got involved and said that in fact this may have been used to elect other political parties that the previous government in America did not want the return of the Modi government, and therefore they, he insinuated this was political interference of some kind. The Ministry of External Affairs has now responded and said that this is extremely troubling and has led to concerns about foreign interference in India's internal affairs. He also said, the Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson also said that there's going to be relevant departments and agencies looking into the matter, but they also said that, look, it will be premature to comment at this stage, because we've also seen a report this morning in some of the media stating that in fact the $21 million never went to India, it went to Bangladesh instead, and this was an error on the part of the United States government. So at this point in time, the MEA is quite right in saying that, look, we need to get to the bottom of this. But at this point in time, the MEA this is concerning, but we don't want to make a premature comment at this point in time. So the MEA being careful, but still expressing its concern.
Shashank. In fact, Shashank continues to be with us. Shashank, I also want to ask you about the specific response of the MEA as far as the situation vis-a-vis the student from Nepal and the unfortunate death of the student is also concerned. What has been the government's response?
Yes, so the Ministry of External Affairs has expressed its condolences for the death of Prakshay Lamsal, who was a 21-year-old student who passed away in Odisha. Of course, after that, we saw significant problems with how the university administration dealt with foreign students, especially from Nepal, in its.
I'm just coming back to you in a second from now, listening to what the MEA has had to say as far as the allegations of the UN aid is concerned.
USAID के मुद्दे पे जो मुझे कहना था, मैंने आपको उससे अवगत कराया है और ये बताया है कि बहुत सारे भारतीय सरकार में इकाई हैं जो इस पे USAID के साथ काम करती हैं। वो कई एक मंत्रालय हैं, तो जितने भी इससे संबंधित मंत्रालय और जो एजेंसीज काम कर रहे हैं वो इस मुद्दे को अभी देख रहे हैं। तो जब एक अपडेट हमारे पास आएगा तो आपसे अपन साझा करेंगे।